with a lot of left-wingers in America and Europe. This is the one issue where you're not allowed to be reasonable, where reasonable people can differ. You're either against Israel and for this deal, or the Jewish lobby has paid you off, and you're scared of these powerful Jews lurking behind crevices in international banks. It's sickening. And it's bigotry, and it should be called out. Who dares suggest that Chuck Schumer is doing this?
Oh my God. Okay, that's like the fourth time. We get the point.
No, you don't. No, you don't get the point.
Seriously.
You're the last person on the face of the earth that appears to get the point.
Are you kidding me? Go to the rally. Why didn't you go to the rally yesterday?
Because every time somebody
comes,
comes,
reasonable people there making a lot of sense. Okay, and it's not like the Republican Party has been reasonable every step of the way as this deal was being put together.
I haven't said they were.
In fact, they've been horrific. In fact, they've been worse. And a lot of people saying this is the hardest decision they've ever had to make. Is a very reasonable way of deciding whether to go for or against the deal, because this deal is not easy. But you tell me what other viable options there are.
The president said it easy. You're missing my whole point. The president said this is the
point,
easiest.
It is easy,
No,
yes.
The president has said all along this is the easiest decision anybody can make. And if you go to the American University speech, and he says that if you're not for this deal, then you're ignorant or you're in bed with the Iranian hardliners. It is offensive.
And the bill, listen, I don't completely disagree with everything you just said, but there is a bipartisan bill in the Senate, the Corker-Cardin bill, required an up or down vote, and the White House is now calling for a filibuster of the gravest sort of foreign policy debate that we've seen probably since the surge.
We do realize there are 5 other countries that have approved this deal,
who worked
right?
for months on this.
Yeah, and we do,
at the table.
and we do realize we're the indispensable power that dragged those other 5 there and basically ran the negotiations.
And we weaken the whole coalition
from the very beginning.
Our Congress weigh in. So we're going to filibuster it and our Congress doesn't vote on it. Does that strengthen the 6 countries or weaken them?
You mean Russia, China, Great Britain, France, they caved to us?
Yeah.
No, but I think that if we go in there and we've let the Congress vote up or down, what the White House and Harry Reid are saying now is they're going to filibuster the deal and forbid an up or down vote on the Iran deal. That doesn't strengthen the voice of the coalition. It weakens it. It becomes completely political in America. If you let an up or down vote happen in the Congress, and at least the American people have spoken on the world stage.
And it only makes those numbers even worse. It turns the American public.
Do we have foreign policy now by poll, or let's vote on it? Let's vote on this deal.
Or
let's look at the Gallup poll to see whether we agree with this deal or not.
If you want to look at the polls, a majority oppose it. So I don't think the White House wants to do that.
Well, that's what I mean, because a majority of people polled oppose it. We should say, okay, we're out of it.
Well, then why have a Congress?
We can't get people to read a
people
newspaper.
Vote for their representatives.
We've got a guy in the White House who had this idea back in 2007 that he was going to deal with Iran unilaterally if he were ever elected president, no matter how badly they acted. And he has done this all on his own. You know, Mike, some of us believe we have a democracy. Some of us believe that what people think really matters. Some of us believe what Congress thinks really matters. And the fact is, you've got the overwhelming majority of Americans against this. You've got the majority of Congress against this.
Let's scrap it.
And you all are saying, oh, well, let's just do it because Barack Obama likes it.
No, let's scrap it because Ted Cruz hates it. And Glenn Beck.
So does Chuck Schumer.
So does Chuck Schumer and a lot of other people. You're turning into a cartoon character before our very eyes?
Chuck Schumer did what he had to do, and it's perfect.
See, there you go. There's the cynicism I talked about. Chuck Schumer could never
there on the Republican
Chuck Schumer could never, ever believe in his heart, according to you, that actually Israel faces an existential threat from Iran, and this only makes it worse.
Chuck Schumer is not holding rallies begging everybody to go along with him.
But you just said Chuck Schumer had to do what he had to do. Why did Chuck Schumer have to do what he had to do? What, because he's a Jew? Because there are a lot of Jews in New York? Why just say Chuck Schumer did what he believed was right?
I believe that. I believe that.
You believe that?
I believe that. I think she does.
She didn't say that. Chuck Schumer did what he had to do.
I think he did what he believes is right.
Oh, okay, very good. I can live with that.
Why don't we
That's a good change.
We blew through all this news to hear this diatribe on why the Republicans at that rally had such a good point. Good for you. I get it.
No,
I understand
really,
that you have your point of view.
I'm not that stupid. You can't twist things around. You can't try to tie Donald Trump and Ted Cruz and Sarah Palin around me. I'll stick with Chuck Schumer and a lot of foreign policy people who've said this idea was bad from the start.
Okay, I'm just glad it's going through because I'm not sure what you're